And welcome back to the Cardinals franchise, where we're in week 15 of season 2, set to take on NFC West division rival San Francisco 49ers. They're not having a great season, 5-8, but they have really good talent on both offense and defense, but they just haven't been able to find something that works. But what we do know works for them is Trey Lance running the ball. They are the third best team in offensive rushing yards per game. Most of that is going to be due to Trey Lance scrambling or them just actually calling plays for him to run. Luckily, we have a lot of speed on defense that should hopefully be able to contain him. But the real struggle today is going to be on offense. Our team is feeling the long season. We have both of our quarterbacks, Kyler Murray and Tyler Huntley, both struggling with stamina and durability right now. They will be starting the game off with both of them in like that yellow player icon. Running backs are feeling a little tapped, receivers, tight ends, some of our offensive linemen. So we're going to have to find a way to run around a lot on defense and not run around a lot on offense and still find a way to win this game. So let's see if we can do that. We'll be seeing how good this offensive scheme that I have in mind will be working right out the get-go. We'll be receiving the opening kickoff with a decent return. We'll start at the 26. So when it comes to option offenses, you have how most people run it, kind of a little bit of a fast-paced style of running. And then you have the way, as we only get a gain of 1 from Null, but then you also have the way that the Stanford Cardinal tried to run it this last season, in which they dimed the slow mesh, which was basically RPOs that were run extremely slow. So my plan today is to run our traditional RPO style of offense, but run it very slow, meaning we're going to take as much time as we can on every play, and in between every play, Kyler Murray will get the first down for us here, keeping our slow drive alive. So to start the game, we already have chew clock on, because once again, this team has no stamina, no durability left, besides Derek Young, who's been playing very well. Great run there. He almost won us the game last week against the Seahawks, but couldn't get the second foot down. Luckily, on the following play, Rondale Moore won us the game with 3 seconds left. We've had a lot of games come down to the wire. I don't like it, but it's apparently what this team wants to do. Kyler Murray around the edge. Use that speed to avoid taking any hits. That's the game plan for him today. But everything else kind of will just operate the same way. We'll run our normal run plays, pass plays, RPO plays, but we're just going to try to take as much time off the clock as we can. That should also help the defense in making sure their stamina is good throughout the game, considering they're going to be chasing around Trey Lance throughout most of the game. So this could end up being a pretty quick episode, pretty quick game, depending on how well this slow mesh offense works. But we're going to try to get to the outside. We have a little bit of space, and the defenders tripped themselves. No block was out there. They just didn't turn together, and Derek Young's down to the 3. That's fortunate. And with a goal line look here, we'll come out in our strong fullback, or not fullback, full house look here. A little bit of read option, Null down the middle. First drive for our offense, and the slow mesh RPO works. Null with a touchdown puts us on the board, and we take off a little over half of the first quarter. But if we're being honest, despite how well that first drive worked, what this team needs is a blowout victory where at halftime Kyler Murray can just go ahead and exit the game. But a huge run down the middle to start off with. And it's the run game we're going to need to be cautious of. Mitchell goes for a gain of 21 on play 1. At least of San Francisco's play 1 of offense. They will follow that up with a heavy set. 2 tight ends to the left-hand side will be a pass and a good catch. And Ayuk might be taking this one to the house. And by might, I mean definitely is. No one could catch him. And in 2 plays, the 49ers tied this game up. And the plan might not work all too well if we're giving up 2-play drives on defense. But we're trying to drain some clock. Well, let's try to see what we can do here. Huntley breaks 1 tackle, and they say fumble. I'm pretty sure he was down. If not, Fred Warner forced the fumble, and San Francisco has the ball. Well, let's try to see if we can get another look here. And yeah, knee hit. He's for sure down. That should be overturned. And they do correct their mistake, so we'll stay on offense. 2nd and 10. Send Derek Young in motion. He'll take the toss. Hopefully, okay, this time no one trips in front of him, and he's tackled it for a gain of about 1. Well, that'll bring up 3rd and 9. We'll stay out, same formation, have McBride and Moore across the middle. They'll look intriguing. And let's go with Trey McBride. Has the separation. Doesn't have the juke, though. Tried to get by. I can't remember who 2 is. Is it Verrett? I don't know if he's even still playing or if he retired. And at least the Verrett look-alike was the one that he kind of juked out. We're setting him in motion. Trying to set up a screen to this right-hand side here. See how well this play works. Try to get Derek Young to the outside, but Warner with the speed and the tackle. We might need to run some of those screens or basically everything to the opposite side of Warner. So go the receiver screen this time, and Callahan should have had space, but half of his receivers did not block. Well, luckily, though, we will have in between a quarter to try to figure out a plan. So on 3rd and 2, half the time I run this play, the corner comes flying in. And I really hope he does here. And indeed, that's what happens. We get the block with McBride, but Brown can't hit the corner quick enough. Alexander with a quick stop. Will be a 4th and 5 at the 40. It's kind of in between land. I think maybe we go for it. It would end up being about I think it was a 55-ish yard field goal. Maybe a little bit longer than that. So a little too far for what we're looking to do. McBride will not hold on to it. Fred Warner knocks it free. It wasn't a good pass, but McBride should have held on. And we've seen McBride have some really good games this year, but we've also seen him just not have much of an impact on games. And unfortunately, that kind of seems to be the case here and last game even. Well, I suppose I should say a positive impact. He's had an impact. He's blocked and helped us create some space, but in the receiving game, he hasn't had a whole lot the last couple games, but a big hit there from Simmons. Mitchell flattened. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage, because the last play was a loss as well. But there's a couple different guys coming in, but just ate the shoulder. So on 3rd and 2, they'll come out, bunch to the right-hand side, and I want to bring a blitz here with Budda Baker. We should have enough guys covering. Should have a free rusher. No, they actually keep most guys in, but Budda Baker at least slows down Lance. But he will still get the 1st down. We're about a yard or 2 too late. Great job there by Lance to convert. But really could have used Budda Baker getting that tackle. But a fresh set of downs in plus territory is a read option, and no one is watching the quarterback. Lance with another 1st down. And I feel like it was a few episodes ago. I don't remember exactly how many ago. I was talking about how I wish that Madden 23 had the adjustments that you could make, like what you could do in NCAA 14. And they do have it. I just found it. So hopefully we could cover the quarterback better on those read options. And following a glitchy-ish kind of play, be a short gain of 2 on 1st down. 2nd and 8 will be a pass. Lance smacked, and Nick Hale forces it out of Mitchell's hands. So on 3rd and 8, trips to the left-hand side. Lance will roll that way, but then throw back to the right, and another 1st down to the backup running back, Singletary. Well, so far today, San Francisco's offense has not had any problem moving down the field. We'll see if we could tighten up in the red zone, as they have a couple open guys and they go for 18 on a similar kind of play that Ayuk scored on last drive. 2nd and 2, they'll go under center. 2 tight ends to the left-hand side. Mitchell back in at running back. And it will be a stretch. Can we get out there? Simmons trying to slow him down, but Mitchell will fall into the end zone. Just sloppy tackling. And the 49ers take a lead. And the game plan for this drive: chew off the remainder of the first half clock and re-tie this game. We'll start with Hubbard down the middle, and he will get a first down, barely beating Fred Warner, and couldn't get by the safety. And that'll move us up to the 38. We'll stay bunched to the right-hand side. Kyler Murray to roll. Have a receiver open. Give him a little bit of space. Rondale Moore close to the first down. 2nd and inches. As we sit with about 2.5 minutes left before halftime. Go back to a little bit of some RPO, read option, and Tyler Huntley just tried to truck Fred Warner. And luckily after that, he'll have a little time to recoup. 2-minute warning. Now let's go with a jet sweep. Try to get Derek Young to the outside, and a late shift by the defense completely obliterated our plan there. With under 2 minutes, we're going to take off the chew clock because we still need to get a touchdown before this thing is all said and done. And that was an iffy pass at best from Kyler. But no turnover. Well, let's not throw the ball directly to Fred Warner next time. Go with the quarterback draw. Kyler close. 4th and inches as Kinlaw is shaken up. We'll come out with a heavy look goal line set. But it won't be the fullback who gets the handoff. It will be the tight end at fullback, giving us the first down. And we haven't ran this play yet today, which is a shame. It's a crucial part of this offense. The swing pass out here to Young. Good block there from Brown. And he'll get out of bounds at the 23. I'd say this offense working pretty well today. Kyler Murray, only 1 incomplete pass, knock on wood. Try to set up the running back screen, and I don't know if Alexander is actually that good. But Madden appears to think he is. Really good play. We'll send Hubbard in motion. Really want to look for Rondale Moore towards that back pylon. They do a pretty good job covering it. We're going to find Marshall, who will get the first down inside the 10, still fighting. We'll call our first timeout. So on 1st and goal, do we run the read option here? I think we'll see what that safety does. Safety sits or corner sits. We'll go Hubbard down the middle. Go into a hurry-up offense here. And I don't like the play calls that I keep choosing, so let's make one more audible here. Maybe get McBride underneath, or how about Jawan Johnson? Pass nowhere close to him. So on 3rd and goal, empty set. Thought about going with the screen to Derek Young, or not the screen, the jet sweep to Young, but didn't quite like how it was set up. But that play was set up very nicely, and he still gets back in. After a poor throw there from Kyler, took him out of the end zone. He then rolls over Alexander to get himself back into the end zone. We should be tying this game up to head into half. Derek Young doing what he can to help this offense. And with that touchdown, we will head into halftime with a tie game. The offense doing pretty well. Defense, actually, the one that's been iffy. They've allowed a touchdown on each drive so far, so we need to clean that up. But let's see how other teams are doing across the league here. The Rams, can they stay within 3? Maybe not. Eagles, currently up 17-10. Technically, the Rams have the better record, but I think the Eagles are the better team there. Now, a game that's not really very relevant to us. The Steelers up 28-0 against the Browns. A 4-9 team currently beating the 8-5 team. And for the last update, Seahawks, a big game for us, at least division-wise. They squeak out a victory against the Giants, 31-28. But it'll be time to see what our defense can do, any sort of changes that they might have done during half to try to clean things up. They'll be starting out on the field first as the San Francisco 49ers will start at the 25. And I feel like so far today, besides I think maybe 1 or 2 plays. They haven't ran any design plays to Lance. He's had a couple scrambles, but nothing too crazy. That was his 5th pass of the game. So I think our plan on offense is working out well for us. We just need our defense to step up a little bit. Gonna slide over the D-line, send Buda Baker around the edge, and we were about a second too late. They hook up with Kittle, who is shaken up on the play. That is the 2nd injury for the 49ers. 1 on offense, 1 on defense. It was also Kittle's first catch of the day. Big hit there from Collins. Mitchell gain of 4. 2nd and 4, he'll stay out there. Let's make an audible here on defense. Don't like the way we were lined up with the play the formation they chose. Good tackle there from Simmons. Gets the ankle of Mitchell. Short gain of 2. Bring up a 3rd and 4. I would love to have a quarterback spy here rather than zone cover underneath. So let's play with Thompson. Mostly try to keep an eye on Lance as they go with the 2nd tight end who will get the first down, taking over for Kittle, who's being checked out in the locker room. That'll get him inside the 40, marked at the 38. Fullback out there, Hughes check. Mitchell will follow behind. No, it's a play action pass, and they'll find Ayuk. Maybe his 2nd catch of the day, but his only other one was a touchdown. And indeed, that was only his 2nd catch. 2 catches, 70 yards, 6 points on the board. That's all you really need to know. Good tackle there from Wharton, not good talk. 2nd and 9, they'll go back to that heavy set. We'll send a little bit of a blitz. Try to sit underneath some of these, and Collins can't hold on to it. Was intended for Debo. Collins at least able to break it up. 3rd and 9 at the 21 Gardic the edge, and that's going to be another first down and maybe more. We just can't tackle the guy. And they say he's in. He went through what, like 3-4 tackles? I don't think our defense has gotten 1 stop today. And that's not something we can have. We're going to send Brahman in motion here. Try to even up the odds a little bit as we run to the left-hand side. Good blocking, but not able to hold on to it as Kinlaw, who left the game earlier, makes the tackle. 2nd and 7. They've got a really good defense here. At least some really good players on this team, as we just cannot block the fullback. The fullback can't block the linebacker, a key guy we need to block on that read option. That'll bring up 3rd and 12. Deep in our own territory here. Make a slight audible here, and that... No, stop not doing what I want you to do. Apparently we just changed the play. That's not what I wanted, but I guess it's what we have. Crossed here. Gonna have Brown open. He'll beat the underneath coverage of the linebackers. Juke out of bounds. Safe play. Gets us the first down and a good bit more. Well, let's go on back to that RPO. Maybe go to Marshall here. Maybe we just hand it off. And yeah, let's go Marshall. And maybe I should have decided on that a half second sooner. Ends up almost being a very costly play, but Fred Warner not able to hold on to it. We'll bring up 2nd and 10 as we try to set up the screen to Young. There's not much blockers out there. He tried to spin out Warner, but nothing doing there besides 8-yard gain. And I can't complain about an 8-yard gain there to bring up 3rd and short. Go with just a normal run, have a couple lead blockers. Good move there from Young, found the open space. First down inside the 30. And number 2 for the 49ers is Verrett. I feel like in real life he retired, but that was prior to me starting, or after I started this series. So he's still in, and Nick Bosa's in to get a sack. So 2nd and 21, and now he has his X Factor unlocked, which is lovely. So let's try to slide the protection that way. Trey McBride wide open. Nice pass there from Kyler. Will get us the first down as we truck over Verrett. Get an extra yard or 2. And back to the full house we go. Not going to run the read option this time because it hasn't worked. We're just going to go with the traditional run right down the middle. Get forward for about 3-4 yards as Bulaga, one of our offensive linemen, a bit shaken up. Not something we really want to have happen, considering we're playing against the San Francisco 49ers front 7. So let's try to maybe get to the outside as much as we can. Late release there from Juwan Johnson and close to the first. And they will give it to us. Okay. On 1st and goal at the 4. Gonna try to set up this receiver screen. We'll see who they end up going after. Can we get some blocks? And definitely get the blocks. What a great job there from Rondale Moore. I don't know if you saw it. Hopefully we'll get a replay that does. But he just washed down the corner, the safety, whoever it was on him. Should be just off the bottom. And yeah, right there, just washed him down as well as Trey McBride. Easy, easy touchdown there for Callahan. So once again, this game tied 21-21. Can our defense, what I would feel like it would be their first stop this entire game? They find Debo across the middle, gain of 7. Also to highlight, Kittle back in the game. So his injury didn't seem to be serious. So all injuries that have happened, nothing big, and all are back, including our injury in Bulaga. Just had some muscle cramps. I'm sure both teams are happy. This one is heading into the 4th. A little time to recover, and then a big push for a victory for either of these squads. And to start the 4th quarter will be a run down the middle, and Mitchell has some room to go after he breaks the tackle at about the line of scrimmage, and we'll get 9. We've just had a little bit of some sloppy tackling today and just some inconsistent play on basically all facets, but Budda Baker clean off the edge. Puts a little bit of a late hit there in on Lance, but no penalty down. The 49ers do, however, get the first down and move further past midfield, or maybe into midfield, not midfield, past midfield. Can't really go into midfield. To the outside, not able to get the tackle. Once again, Budda Baker had a strong hit on Debo, but you need more than just a strong hit to bring down Samuel. He'll get forward for a gain of 6. Maybe try a little bit of some press man here. Maybe that'll help throw off the timing. They go with the run. Debo Samuel, and that ball pops up. Picked off, scooped through the air. I don't know. Thompson recovers, and we're down to the 36. I want a replay of that. Can we have one? Not a good one. Let's just watch from this view. Hands it off to Debo, who had plenty of room, kind of saw Budda Baker coming out the side, and I think Budda just kind of gets a hand right on the underneath side, pops it up, and then before the ball even hits the ground, Thompson off to, not the races, Trey Lance just chases him down, but heck of a play. And with that forced turnover, we could go back to trying to just chew out this clock. We'll flip the formation here. Go the run down the middle, and not much doing. Nall has averaged about 2 yards on those runs today, but at least gives these quarterbacks a little bit of a rotation, trying to keep them healthy as we go with Juwan Johnson, and he has the first down running over his teammate in Marquise Brown. We now sit with about 5 minutes left on the clock. Try to set up this receiver screen once again. We have all of our blockers to the outside. Try to get out there, and we'll get forward for a little something. And he does also manage to stay in bounds too, so that works out well for us. Continue to chew this clock as we find a little bit of a cutback lane. Chuba Hubbard staying on his feet, close to the first down, about a half a yard shy. So on 3rd and 1, let's try to attack Bosa here. Get him to either freeze, or if he comes at us, we just hand the ball off and easy first down. Now, technically, when he's coming right at you, you're supposed to keep it with the quarterback, but I'm not leaving the ball in the hands of Huntley when it's a Bosa. So, great play there by Fred Warner. Tried to loft that one in, but a heck of a play to swat it away. Once again, going to attack Bosa here with a read option. And Warner, tackle for loss. So 3rd and goal. Empty set here. Would really love to get Young around the edge. We'll see how the blocking does. And once again, they go with that delayed shift at the end after I've already sent the motion. I can't cancel the play. Another loss. We'll send out Sanders to try to put us up with no time left before the 2-minute warning. So it'll be after the 2-minute warning. Not trying to ice my own kicker, but kind of ends up being what happens there. But Sanders with the boot gets this one through. We'll take a field goal lead, 24-21. And now this defense, who's only gotten 1 stop. It was a great stop, a highlight of a stop, but has only gotten 1 stop on the day. Can get I swatted those words away just about as well as Colin swatted that ball away. Try to see if they could get the job done. Good job on that first play. 2nd and 10. Cross across, and then more crossing. We'll find Kittle. We're struggling to tackle, but we'll bring him down. Gain of 6. They'll go hurry up, but then call a timeout. Odd choice. And on 3rd and 4, if we could get a free rusher here, that would be fantastic. And we do with Gardick, but Lance gets the ball off quickly, but not for the first down. Ayuk, about a yard shy. We'll force them to go for it here. And why not? Let's go for it. Let's just send everyone. They go with a run to the outside. Thomas is there, and that is a turnover on downs, with only 1 timeout remaining for the 49ers. This has definitely not been a traditional Cardinals video by any means. I've run a completely different style offense, in a way at least. But it's worked. We're able to come out here to kneel out what should be close to the remainder of the clock. And as time ticks down, we'll kick the field goal, which should leave them with only a few seconds left to try to get something done. We'll go up by 6. 4 seconds remain on the clock. And now 1 second left following the sky kick from Jake Bailey on the kickoff. We just have to down 1 more play. They'll toss this one up. Nick Hale comes flying in, and there's an INT for Wilson. Just a little bit of Pat statting to end this game. A little bit too close for comfort throughout. We should have had a better victory here, especially with the way the offense scheme changed to meet how poor their stamina is. But the defense struggled today to get stops, but they're able to when it really counts, forcing that fumble turnover that was crazy, getting the INT there just to seal it. Able to turn things around in that second half and pull away slightly. But as this team goes in to celebrate their 11th win of the year, we could see we won most facets of the game. We forced 2 takeaways. The only thing we didn't win was average yards a play. But we didn't need to. With that slow mesh kind of style, we just really ate up that clock. And we'll just add that one to the list of close victories this season. That being the 7th one that we've had of our 11 wins. Only 4 wins this year have been by more than 8 points. So, don't know how great that is. But does that put us anywhere closer to taking the 1 seed? No, still behind the Cowboys. But to wrap out the remainder of this season, we will be playing against the Carolina Panthers next episode, the Bengals after that, and then the Jaguars week 18. We could definitely get 3 more wins on the board. We just need this team to, 1, recuperate some stamina. If we are going into the playoffs with a tapped offense like we saw today, I don't know how well that's going to do for us at that point where you need to be at your best. So we'll see how this team does forward. And for you to see how this team does forward, make sure you're subscribing if you're not already. And go ahead and tick that little bell icon to be notified of when this series goes live. We started a new series this week with the new state or states only challenge. So make sure you check that one out if you haven't already. But yeah, the offense worked surprisingly well. The defense did not have such a great game, but the turnover with Budda Baker knocking it up after a juke-ish, kind of an awkward juke from Debo. We got then that turnover down to, I want to say it was around the 30, allowed us to take a lot of time off the clock and put the game away. So defense made the play when it mattered the most, but we got to start making these things a little bit more consistent. And hopefully we do next time. So until then, we'll see you later. Thank you for watching, and bye.